you're tired of jacking your trailer up just like I am. And realistically, I'm not gonna pay $400 some odd dollars for a little adapter that goes on the jack. I'm gonna show you how to make an adapter for about 15 bucks. Pretty simple right here. This has bolts that go through it. This has got an extension on it. I'm gonna show you without the extension because most trailers won't have this. So we take that off. Now at one point, there was a shaft on here and you can see it's actually got a flattened edge. You could use that. Now, what I'm aiming for here is figuring out a socket size that actually will fit around this and not be too tight. And for me, 1 inch is about perfect. From the end of this to this hole is roughly about 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna take my socket, I'm gonna go get a deep well 1 inch. I'm gonna put it over the end of this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tape and I'm gonna put the tape around the socket where these holes are. And that's gonna show me where I can drill my hole straight through to make sure everything lines up. Let's go to the shop. This is the socket that we tested with. You can see the tape on it. The question is, do I really want to ruin a good socket? I actually have this piece of pipe that's the same outside diameter and inside diameter as that 1 inch. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So let's go cut a piece of this off. So we got our piece cut, but I still got to do something so that I can actually have the adapter to go from like a socket style so I can put it in the drill, or even add just a simple chuck coming out of this. Let's see what we can do. I think that one will work. Sure does. We can tap that in and be good to go. You could easily make an adapter. So like mine, for instance, a 1 inch socket is a deep well 1 inch socket is actually perfect for that shaft. Now you're gonna have to measure like we did to see what's gonna work for you. But a socket like that is pretty simple because the socket's not necessarily ruined because we're gonna drill a hole straight through it. Is it weakened? Absolutely. You could also take something like this, some tubing that's the same diameter, and you could take that and weld another socket on there inside of here. Either way, you're gonna run a socket, and this is gonna be stronger, so we're gonna go this route. If you had a drill bit that would go through it, it is much simpler. However, I don't have any nice drill bits like that that are gonna drill through hardened steel like a socket. That's where this is gonna come in far handier, and that's why we're going this route. But basically, what we're looking for here is when I spin this, we don't want that top to wiggle or any slop side to side. And you look, and it looks pretty dang good. So we're gonna weld it in place. Far from being the prettiest welds, and I'm aware of that. Let's go try it out. So we've got the adapter that we made, real simple, just like he showed you. We're gonna set it on here, see if it matches up, and it does. And we've actually got a little extra space, which that's okay too. Now we're gonna take this, put that through there. We're gonna put the drill on one. Do not use an impact. An impact will destroy the gearbox for your trailer. I'm gonna run it on the low speed because at this point, it's easier on the jack, it's easier on the drill, and it really doesn't matter because this turns way faster than I could ever turn anyways, and even if I was running it by hand on the high speed, it is still faster on the drill in low speed no matter what, just because of the simple fact that I can't turn the jack handle that quick. So we'll go down first so we can go up. Works. Now that's on 2. We could go to 1 obviously. I'll start on 1. 1 works great. We're gonna go to 2, see what it does. Works great too. Now just for fun, because I'm curious, I want to see if this will do it on. Ooh. It will not. It kicks down to 2. So my drill will automatically kick down if something is too difficult for it. Depending on what you have, it may do the same thing. Now the most expensive part of this project obviously is going to be the drill, and if you don't have a drill, then yeah, you're wasting your time. This is not going to be a cheap thing. But either way, it's still cheaper than buying a $470 box, and this was made here in the United States too. Unless you buy a cheap Chinese socket, then I guess technically it's not. But that's what we did to make ours. Simple hack. Like I said, probably cost you about 15 bucks depending on how much sockets are near you. Take that socket, get you a piece of tube if you don't have one laying around, or just get you a deep well and drill through it. Like I mentioned before, if you do the deep well method and you drill through it, you are going to need some really good bits because that is very hardened steel and it's not simple to drill through. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed week.